Welcome back to Reflections with Emrys. Let's take a moment to see what each symbol has to offer today. Today's symbols are the raven, the rune, Jera, and the Om, Huath, also known as the hawthorn. The raven is a symbol of wisdom, transformation, and the mysteries that lie beneath the surface. Across many traditions, the raven is seen as a messenger between worlds, a creature that moves between life and death, light and shadow, the known and the unknown. It is not a bird of simple meanings. It represents depth, intelligence, and the kind of understanding that comes from experience. The raven is also a keen observer. It watches, remembers, and adapts. It is known for its cleverness and its ability to survive in many environments. Because of this, it often symbolizes the wisdom that comes from paying attention and learning from life's cycles. In life, the raven may appear during times of deep reflection or transformation. It may signal a period when old patterns are being questioned, or when you are being called to look beyond the surface of a situation. The raven encourages you to trust your intelligence, your instincts, and the lessons you have gathered over time. It is also a reminder that change is not something to fear. Just as the raven moves easily between different worlds, you too can move through periods of transformation with awareness and adaptability. Its reflection is this: wisdom grows when you are willing to look beneath the surface of things. Jera is a rune of cycles, harvest, and the natural rhythm of time. Its name is connected to the idea of the year, the turning of seasons, and the rewards that come from steady effort. Jera represents the understanding that everything in life moves in cycles: planting, growing, harvesting, and resting. This rune is often associated with patience and the long view. It reminds us that meaningful results rarely appear overnight. Just as a field must be planted and tended before it can produce a harvest, our efforts take time to bear fruit. In everyday life, Jera may appear when you are in the middle of a long process. You may be working toward a goal, nurturing a relationship, or developing a skill. The results may not be visible yet, but the cycle is still turning. Jera encourages trust in the process. It reminds you that the work you put in today will shape the harvest you receive later. Its reflection is this: trust the cycle and allow time to do its quiet work. Huath, the hawthorn, is a symbol of thresholds, protection, and sacred boundaries. The hawthorn is often found at the edges of fields, forests, and pathways. Because of this, it has long been associated with the spaces between worlds, the threshold between what is known and what is yet to come. In many traditions, the hawthorn was seen as a protective tree, guarding sacred places and marking important boundaries. It represents the idea that transitions are meaningful, and that the spaces between one phase and another hold their own kind of wisdom. In life, Huath may appear when you are standing at a threshold. You may be moving from one stage of life to another, or sensing that a change is on the horizon. It can also signal the need for boundaries, protecting your time, your energy, or your emotional space. The hawthorn reminds us that not every path needs to be rushed. Some moments are meant to be honored as transitions, not just passed through. Its reflection is this: the spaces between beginnings and endings are full of quiet meaning. When we look at these three symbols together, the raven, Jera, and Huath, a thoughtful and cyclical message begins to unfold. The raven brings wisdom and transformation. Jera brings cycles and the promise of harvest. Huath brings thresholds and protective boundaries. Together, they suggest a time when deep understanding is growing within a natural cycle of change, and you may be standing at an important threshold. Something in your life may be moving from one phase into another. The raven encourages you to look deeply and learn from the process. Jera reminds you that this change is part of a larger cycle, not an isolated event. And Huath invites you to honor the transition, protecting your energy as you move forward. This combination carries the mood of quiet transformation. It feels like the turning of a season, when the air changes and something new begins to take shape. There is no need to rush. The cycle is unfolding as it should. You are being asked to observe, to trust the process, and to honor the threshold you are crossing. Today's reflection is this: every cycle carries its own wisdom, and every threshold marks the beginning of something new. Thank you for joining me. I'll meet you in the next reflection.